Top.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our NBA preview show every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on NY Mania Show, where you get the best content ever possible. With me today is Chef Nick. Welcome, Chef Nick, in the house, the one and only Chef Nick. He is one of the best in the business and he's a true legend of NYYANKEE Mania. And we are welcome to have him on the show every Friday night when we talk NBA and other things also. And unfortunately, today, Evan won't be joining us because he's currently on vacation in Florida. But we do have another big part of the show, the team. His name is Sean Browning. This guy, speaking of hours, man, both of these, I put in a lot of hours, but these two right here, they put in a lot more hours combined when it comes to their jobs. And for them to have time to come on, especially here and other shows that we do here on the show, it's truly amazing to see both of them at the same time. So, Sean, welcome to the NBA show also. And I can't wait to get into this because a lot of big things are happening in the NBA right now with the trade with Trae Young to the Wizards and CJ McCollum. We'll get to all that. But first, guys, whoever's in this chat, whoever missed the morning show, please go back to that link. My team and I booked Iron Eagle today at 10 a.m. Eastern, and he joined Chef Nick, Sean, Joe, Evan, and Jason on today's show, and they did a great job with Iron Eagle. My team and I love working with him, and Iron enjoyed it. So, guys, if you missed it, please go back to that. It was a great segue to come for tonight's show, and Ian spoke a lot about obviously his journey, career, and put some little jokes in there too. So please go check it out. They did a great job with that, and also, guys, there's another special treat for you guys. Next Thursday, January 15th, my team and I also booked Ian's son, Noah Eagle. So he'll be coming on this show on Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern. So get your questions ready for that. Ian Eagle's son, Noah Eagle, will be coming on. He's a star in the making. He's already a star in the making. He does the same thing what Ian does broadcasting wise. So I just want to put that out there. Continue liking, subscribing to this channel. So before we get to the news, I want to do a quick scoreboard update for you guys in the NBA. In the first quarter, the Nets are currently down to the Clippers. The Brooklyn Nets are home. They're down 28-21 right now in the first quarter against the Clippers. In the second quarter, Celtics are leading 68-60 at halftime, actually. Pelicans are leading by 1 against the Wizards, 45-44. And the 76ers Magic is leading by 3 against the Sixers in the second quarter. So a lot of key games here. So but the two most important games right now is the Raptors Celtics and 76ers Magic, because this affects the Knicks, even though it's so early in the season. But Chef Nick and Sean, let's start off with this Trae Young thing, and obviously CJ McCollum in part of the trade. He's a great player too. So let's talk about this impact, what it makes for both teams, the Wizards and the Hawks.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome. Very, very nice intro, Nithin. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the kind words. It's good to be with you guys here Friday night. That's right. Talking about the NBA. Starting with that. So with the trade, so it's good news for the Knicks because they don't have to face the Hawks. Now they have to face the Wizards. So I don't think it makes a difference, but I think it's good for both teams. CJ McCollum, great player. And Nithin, you told me, which was very interesting and surprising, that out of all teams, that's where Trae Young wanted to go the most, was the Wizards, I believe, right? So that was very interesting, that take. But I think it helps both teams. I think it upgrades both teams. Look, Trae Young. I think, in my opinion, he is better than CJ McCollum. But CJ McCollum is his own player. He has his own style. I still, I like both of them in the sense with the way they play. Also, I believe it was one other player too, Corey Kisser.
Corey Kispert. He's a shooter.
So I think with that, for both teams, they're going to help. McCollum's going to be really good, especially with the players around him. I think they're going to gel instantly. I think Trae Young. I don't know how he's going to fare with the players on the Wizards. It's sort of, I don't want to say it's going to clash, but I think it'll be faster for McCollum to just, make Atlanta his home. And I think it might be a little more time for Trae Young to call Washington his home. So we're going to have to see, though.
Yeah, Sean?
Yeah, no, I'm still going to let it kind of play out. But, yeah, they're good players. Like Chef Nick said, they're also young players.
Yeah.
And maybe the change of scenery will be good for all three players involved. And both teams involved. This might spur them on a late season run, or it's gonna set them up for a much better season next year.
Yeah,
because Trae Young's one of those guys. He came out of college with a lot of hype. He came strong. He is a strong player, but he still want to grow. He needs to grow in some areas of maturity, discipline on the court. And once he can smooth out those smaller things, and I think the Washington might actually help be a good place for him.
Yeah,
because it's a place that there's not too many expectations. Come on, it's the Wizards. They've been a laughing stock since before Jordan bought the team.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Shout out to the chat real quick. Michael's in here. Joe, obviously Joe's in here. Donnie's in here. Salute, Donnie. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah. So the one thing I don't get is the Hawks have a better record right now than the Wizards. The Wizards are 10-26. They're sitting in 14th place, and the Hawks are 18-21. They're still fighting for the playoffs. I just don't know why Trae Young would rush into this when it comes to making a trade request. Which it's kind of concerning, but I don't know. Maybe he wanted to, maybe something was going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Maybe he wanted to change the scenery. So, and I'm surprised he put the Wizards number one on his list. I thought it would have been like maybe, for example, some teams in the Western Conference or some teams in the Eastern Conference that need a point guard. And his also preferred destinations was Brooklyn Nets, and then also the Minnesota Timberwolves. But both teams were not interested in him. And once he put the Wizards on his list, I think that's when I guess the Wizards started calling the Hawks to see what they can give up. And I guess the Hawks were, to be honest, this was kind of quick because I thought the Hawks could ask for more when it came to Trae. Trae Young is a star player, and I think there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the full details, but the reason, in my opinion, in order this trade to come quickly together, maybe there's something going on we don't know about. But
I that's why I mentioned like with the records with Atlanta and Washington. That's why I feel like McCollum is going to fare much better, obviously. But I'm very surprised Brooklyn didn't take him. That would have been a perfect mesh. Depending who they give up, again, like Trae Young would have been. I think he would have been perfect for Brooklyn. It's just depending who they gave up to. I don't know. Maybe Brooklyn didn't want because maybe the Hawks were asking for a lot. I don't know. I don't know the whole scenario, but I just feel I could have seen Trae Young in Brooklyn. I think Evan would have been really happy. Evan and Jason. I think I believe, and I don't know if Evan said it. Did he say that he would want Trae Young? I don't know, but
I don't know.
Yeah,
but it's. I think he would have been a great fit. I don't know. That's very. Not unless he just didn't. I don't know. For Brooklyn, good for them. I guess they just wanted to keep the dynamic of the team. I respect that. You know what? What are they? 11-23 now.
Yeah, 11-23. Yep.
You know, I mean, still, they pretty much they're 5. What are they? I think they're like they're what are they? I forgot what it was.
They're in the 13th seed right now.
13, right? Okay, that's yeah. So I think I don't know. That's it's just like I definitely want to look into that more. If it was behind the scenes stuff with Trae Young, I don't know, but just the Wizards, I know it's usually players they want to go to. I mean, I'm not going to say Atlanta wasn't a contender. I mean, they still have a chance. It's just that if a player wants to get traded or you know, I mean, I don't know, they would have a priority of where they want to go. So
yeah,
I definitely want to look into that more. I'm very interested.
Yeah, we don't know details, and I want to give a big shout out to Assad, my good friend who's in
What's up, Assad?
From the gym. He's a Nets fan also, so
nice.
Welcome to the chat.
Yes, and Assad, that's a very good point. I was gonna bring that up too. I always want to, as much as I'm a diehard Knicks fan, I do love the direction of the Nets despite their record. I love, exactly, rebuilding, retooling, but it's only going to get better. It's almost like even though their record, pretty much shows a reflection of where they are now, I think they're playing great. I know, just hear me out. I think they're playing great, just as a young team, and I just have a lot of high hopes with them. And I still believe that they'll have by the end of the season they'll have I would say they're going to be a game over. I don't know. Just I have that feeling. I have that tingle that they're just the Nets are gonna, like, after the All-Star break, they're gonna scorch it. They're gonna go on a run. I don't know. There's something about them. Yeah.
But I think the Nets are actually rebuilding the right way.
Yes, they are.
You got young guys. They're building the core. They're ironing out the team chemistry on the court, and they're playing more like a team than they are. Even though the record's not quite there.
Yeah.
The record doesn't show it, but when you look at how they play and the chemistry between the players, that's important. Because in basketball, to sustain momentum, you need 2 things. Well, 3 things really, but 2 things: team chemistry, discipline, and then you need to create turnovers.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing that you said, Sean. Of course, chemistry, and I think that's what the Nets have. They have chemistry. It's just they need more experience with that. I think they have a perfect coach for this roster. And if let's just say Brooklyn, like I said before, if they said no to Trae Young because they don't want to dismantle the chemistry, I respect that. I respect that, and I love that. I love that direction. That's great.
Oh yeah.
And for another thing is for Trae Young to consider Brooklyn. That means Brooklyn is heading into the right direction. To have another star consider them as a destination, so they're building the team right away, in the right way, I should say. And but it's going to be interesting to see how the chemistry goes now. Like you said, I think CJ McCollum will fit with the Hawks seamlessly. Yeah. But for Trae Young, I think it will be interesting to see if how long he takes to get adjusted with the Wizards. And I don't think he's playing tonight against the Pelicans. Let me check. Hold on. No, I don't think he's playing tonight. No, it doesn't say.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
No. No, I don't see it. But yeah. So I want to talk about, before we get to the top NBA players from the past, and I want to talk about some of the top teams on each conference and to get the updated. So obviously, we all know that Pistons are leading the East right now, 20-9. Pistons are 20-9. They're unbelievable, and the Knicks are in second place. And the Celtics are right up the Knicks' tail at 23-13. See, that's a team I'm worried about. And obviously, the Sixers starting to play well, and you got the Raptors playing well. So, what are you guys' thoughts that the Eastern Conference is starting to tie up a little bit more? But obviously, the Pistons have the big lead. But when it comes to the Knicks, do you think we're not worried yet? But do you think that there's a point where the Knicks should start being worried because you got Celtics, Raptors, Sixers, Magic, and the Heat, and the Cleveland Cavaliers all up by close tie it up now.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way Boston is playing. Kudos to Jaylen Brown too, who moved up to third in the MVP race. That's crazy. He's behind SGA second, and then Jokic still is at first. What's it called? Just first on the list for that. I know it's still early, but you just never know with this guy. This guy's a powerhouse, and the way Boston's playing right now, Knicks need to be careful. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I think it's good that maybe the Knicks need to go on a losing streak in order to get back up. Great win against the Clippers with the Knicks, and I just think right now Pistons they're killers, man. Cade Cunningham, this guy is unstoppable no matter what. So you can't stop him. So they're going to continue playing their game. I still going to go with my prediction that the Pistons are going to fall to second and Knicks will overtake first in the Eastern Conference. Again, we still have a lot of basketball to play, but these three teams, it's going to be close. It's definitely going to be close. Knicks are not going to run away with it. They're definitely not going to run away with it because again, Pistons in Boston, again, the way they're playing, it's like they want to win a championship now. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
I love the way they're playing though.
Mm-hmm.
but I'll tell you that I wouldn't be totally worried right now, but yeah, they do got to put it back in gear. You don't want to play around too much, especially with the Celtics, especially with other teams hovering around in that Eastern Conference. The Bulls are pretty good. There's other teams that are not sleep. You don't want to sleep on them.
Yeah.
So you don't want to play on them, play around too much. But you gotta stay strong. You wanna also be, up near the top in the seating. So you don't want to like be down around by the play-in bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you're like up there, then yeah. But it's a long second half in the sense. But it'll be over before you know it. So they gotta I would just work on reestablishing the different thing on the court, the chemistry on the court, and play fundamentally sound all the way through.
Yeah.
Yes.
And speaking of Assad, you brought up a good point, but when it comes to Giannis, he tried to avoid the trade discussions and just right now he's committed to the Bucks. He wants to win with the Bucks. I think I don't see him now I don't see him getting traded at all at this point. I think he said that he's really committed with this team and he wants to help this team get better. Right now they're sitting at 11th spot, 16-21 out of the playoffs right now. But this team is talented. They got Miles Turner and they got a whole bunch of other players which they can maybe make a trade to surround, make another trade with another depth piece to surround Giannis and Miles Turner. They do have a good team, but I'm kind of surprised they started off like this. But I don't see Giannis getting traded unless he decides to change his mind again, which I don't know what is going on through his mind. But this is every year he's been in trade rumors. And Doc Rivers, every single year he says Giannis has not asked for a trade, and it's the whole same story with them. So I think right now, to be honest, in my opinion, Giannis is committed to the Bucks until otherwise, until we see something changed in his mind. So but the Bucks have to play better basketball, and like I said, they added Miles Turner, a great player from the Pacers, and obviously the Pacers are. I feel bad for the Pacers this year, man. They're going through a lot. They have only 7 wins this year, and they haven't reached double digits yet. And it's just injuries with Tyrese Halliburton, and obviously the loss of Miles Turner. It's just crazy how the NBA works. I mean, you lose a player and how it can affect the team, and it's just crazy how it happens. And hopefully this year for the Pacers is trying to stay healthy. But I don't think they can make up the ground, but for them it's just trying to stay healthy. But Giannis is not going to go anywhere until otherwise.
Well, congratulations to Rick Carlisle on his 1,000th win.
Oh
game.
yes,
Yeah. So that's always good news, right?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a
yeah,
heck of
that
a coach. I like him as a coach.
Yeah. Good coach.
no, and that's not a slouch stat either. That
No.
1,000th win as a coach. So yeah. Also, the thing with Giannis, I think the drama is pretty much faded away.
Yeah.
Whatever was going on, this doesn't seem to be an option. They're on the same page, but we never know what would happen in the off season.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Assad brings up a point here. If not him, do you see the Knicks another big superstar coming to New York? They are unpredictable. Imagine MPJ coming to New York. I mean, at this point, I don't see anybody coming to New York. I think New York. I think this team is good as advertised. Our star is Jalen Brunson. Our second star is Karl Anthony Towns. Our third star is obviously maybe you can put Mitchell Robinson as a third star, but when healthy. But as this team is constructed, I don't see anything happening. If the right opportunity comes about, maybe they'll consider it. But I don't want to mess up the team. They already have a good. And
if I were to add someone to the Knicks, I would get a strong role player,
yes,
like a type like Robert Ory,
yes,
a guy that can just come on off the bench,
Yep.
mesh with everybody, and be an X factor in the game.
Yeah.
I just want to add. I don't think the Knicks are going to get someone this season. If anything,
Yeah.
they'll probably be in the offseason. Again, we'll see. We'll see. I know Jay Morant is on the move. They're shopping him. So
Yeah, that's interesting too to watch out for this trade deadline.
Yeah.
So, maybe Brooklyn gets him. I don't know, but I mean, obviously, he's going through a lot with the off the field issues, but I mean off the court issues. But when healthy on the court, everybody knows what he can do. He is a talent freak. He's a. I mean, I'm surprised that the Grizzlies are entertaining offers for him, but it's gonna be interesting what teams will be interested in him. And to answer Assad's question, I don't know why I don't think Brooklyn would trade MPJ because he's a big part of that team and he's showing what he can do as a leader. And I don't know if they will give up on him that quickly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think they would unless there's something in the locker room we don't know about. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, because he's a young guy that's showing leadership, and you want a guy that can do that, that can have that leadership, whether it's the quiet leadership or whether it's that loud, vocal leadership. You want one or two players that can help take leadership that other players can rally around.
Very true. And let's just say if the Nets do end up trading him, it has to be someone with his caliber. And again, with that leadership too, has to be better, because why trade for someone that's exactly like him? You want someone better. I just wanted to bring out a few, pretty much just say a few things that happened recently with the NBA. So Anthony Edwards, the third youngest player to get 10K points in his career, 24 years old. That is crazy, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man.
Oh, they call him the Ant-Man.
That's and you know what's funny? It's like he joins LeBron James at 23 years old, Kevin Durant at 24 years old, and more amount of days. But also, it's crazy how 24 years old already 10K points. Good for him. That's amazing. Also, speaking of the Pacers too, it's crazy that if you guys saw the game against the Hornets, LaMelo Ball came off the bench, 33 points, 7 3-pointers. They still lost to the Pacers, but just and I think his starting streak got snapped, 238 games. So I don't know why. I mean, he wasn't hurt or anything like that, but I don't know why. Not that I know of. I don't know if he was hurt But yeah, that pretty much snapped his streak. That's crazy. That's a lot of games. But yeah, like I mentioned too, with the Suns too, they're playing the Knicks at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
They are very surprising team. Jordan Ott, what a great coach! So, like just out of the blue, just they have a great staff. Just the assistant coaches as well. It's just amazing. Like just with what we were talking about last week, how surprising teams that you just would be like, no, they're not going to do it this year. I mean, it's still early, but it's crazy how it's just they keep it rolling. They keep it like rocking and rolling. They're competing. It's a different season.
And speaking of Jordan Ott, I'll tell you a story about Jordan Ott. He's been assistant coach for a long time with New Jersey when they were in the New Jersey Nets. Also, he was there. And then when they transferred to Brooklyn, he learned a lot as assistant coach and with the Nets. And then obviously in Cleveland when Kenny Atkinson the first time when Kenny was hired by Cleveland, he brought in Jordan Ott as assistant coach, and he learned a lot from those two teams. And now for him to get an opportunity to coach the Suns, amazing. That's amazing to see. And he obviously they're still a talented team with Devin Booker. As long as you have Devin Booker on the team, you'll be fine when he's healthy. But just to see him coach his young team, and they're sitting in the 7th spot right now, 7th seed, and it's truly amazing to see what they're doing. And perfect segue to this next one, because I want to get to the Western Conference. Because the leading team obviously is OKC, 31-7. But same exact thing as in the Eastern Conference. Everybody's like close stacked up. You got the Spurs in second, but after that, you got Denver at 25-12. You got Minnesota at 25-13. You got the Lakers at 23-12. Houston at 22-12, and then Phoenix 22-15. And then after that, you got the Warriors at 20-18. You know what else? You know who else is a surprising team? The Portland Trailblazers at 18-20.
Yeah,
they're right in the playoff race. I mean the play-in tournament. That's another surprise team. But after what's going on with them right now, all the other stuff which I don't want to get to, but but they're playing spirited basketball. They have a great young team, which I like in Portland, and I think that's a surprise. That's a team that can be dangerous potentially in the playoffs if they make a trade or two. But I want to get both of your thoughts on the Western Conference. The same exact thing that's going on in the Eastern Conference.
Tight.
Oh, I think it's going to be a dogfight. Both conferences are going to be a dogfight in the playoffs, and even leading up to the playoffs. I mean, because OKC, they're on an incredible run, but it's going to be hard for them to sustain it down the stretch, because other teams are going to fight hard. You never know what injury. I'm not wishing any injuries, but you know that's an X factor that's always going to mount up at some point. But hey, they keep rolling. They're doing well. The Nuggets are a surprising team with how well they play, not just by their record, but when you sit there and watch them, they play so fundamental, and they have that fight to them, that scrappiness. So I like that one. But then also Damian Lillard is showing some leadership over there in Portland. So you you gotta kind of tip with everything else that's going off the field, off the court. You know, around that team, they're gonna. I like that they keep focused on that team, and then the Lakers, even with LeBron, who LeBron is surprisingly still playing at a high level for LeBron,
He is, yeah.
even at 41, and the team is actually figuring out how to keep the chemistry around him where it doesn't get too big. Rendon, if he can, or not Rendon, but Davis and the other guy, Luca, if they can keep that chemistry between those big three and the role players kind of flowing, that I'm not too worried about them. But yeah, it's just gonna be a dogfight. All those teams are playing well, so I like that, and I also like that the fact that the Eastern Conference is the same way.
Yeah, I like the competitiveness. That I always love to see that. I always love to see records that are close, almost tied, one game above, one game below, because it's very interesting. I never want to see like just the lone wolf and first place. It's just it's like sort of like boring. It's like, all right, well, looks like they're gonna run away with it. But I always want to see
hey guys, sorry to cut you off. I'll be right back. I just have to do something real quick.
yeah, sure.
All right.
No problem. Yeah, no, I always want to even with baseball too. Like I always want if despite Yankees being our team, I definitely want to always see that. I always want to see like just entertaining action, nothing boring. And that's why I've said like this season is by far different because you have athleticism, you have young players, and it just seems like it's less showboating. Certain players, of course, less showboating, but more value in the way they play, more value in the way they hoop, and I love it. And it seems like there's more focus on chemistry too, and that seems to be the word that we have been talking about for the past few weeks. Most importantly, is chemistry, because I can tell you, especially with the Knicks, despite them, despite the them losing 3 games, they're still resilient. Even though they won against the Clippers, who are pretty much have a bad record, it's good to just, like I said, get your feet wet with a losing streak, and maybe now is the time to do that. So then they can see that and let it never happen again. So so that's why I wasn't really worried. If Knicks lose, yeah, sure, it's a tough one. If they lose 2 times, okay, people get a little worried. 3 times, okay, now they're panicking. If they were on a 10-game losing streak, okay, maybe there's something wrong here. Maybe they need to change up the rotation. But this is interesting. I want to bring up, Sean, because it's with the Knicks too. It's just when I was looking at their losses, it's almost pretty much the same type of focus, and it's always the same thing that they can never change. They lose a quarter drastically. For instance, third quarter against Detroit, they only had 15 points in all of the third quarter. 15. That's it. This is why Detroit killed them. Is because their lack of offense for one quarter caused them to lose the game. And it's too little too late, too, because every time they try to catch up to a team, it's always late in the fourth quarter. And it's like they show spunk late in the game. So they need to be consistent with that, too. I'll give you another example, too. With what was it? Yeah, so against Atlanta, too, they scored only 17 points in the second quarter. So they have to have a certain amount of points in a quarter to beat these offensive horses. Detroit, they had 30 or more points in each of the quarter. So with consistency and with pretty much just also with their strong defense, they need to strengthen their defense too. And I think Mike Brown has been focusing on that too. He's been calling them out, which is great. Mike Brown calls them out. Yeah, he calls them out. Pretty much regardless if they're on a winning streak, if they win by a lot, he calls them out. He called out their defense. I forgot who they played, but they won by, was it the Spurs? I forgot. It was like 132 to 130. I forgot, but he was, despite them winning, he calls them out for their flaws, and that's the way a coach should be. It doesn't matter if you have a winning record or you just kill on the offensive side. If you let a team score 130 points, that's a problem, And again, it's like you're not expecting the Knicks to blow people out, especially like Detroit. But you also have to, you got to learn their game too. You can't let Cade Cunningham. And the reason why I bring up Detroit is because we're going to have a problem with them, just going down the line, and Boston too. This is what we talked about. But I want to get your thoughts too, Sean, when I finish this. But so I think like even with, you can't let Cade Cunningham, who's a playmaker, who's a high scoring player too, because he had his, what do you have, 16 assists and also 35 points in that win. You can't let this go by. So again, it's better for a team to go through something now, better for a team to get through their flaws, get through their struggle now. So then right now they can learn from it, and then they can get better, going towards the end, especially after the All-Star break. So I want to get your thoughts with that too.
Yeah, no, like you said, it's a lot of things. But the problem is, and I'm glad the coach is actually calling it out, because that's what a coach is supposed to do. He's supposed to call out the flaws, get the team to work on it, and the big star, hold them accountable. Especially the ones that are stars, the young stars, think they want to be stars, act like stars. You give me a star attitude, you better give me a star effort.
Mm-hmm.
You know what movie that's from? Remember the Titans. I love that line. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is this. But the Pistons are gonna play the Knicks hard because that's an old rivalry.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Celtics. That they're gonna play hard, so they got to step up. And yeah, I've seen that where they lag off in the middle of the game. And basketball is one of those sports where you lag off for a whole quarter or a half a quarter, it's gonna bite you in the end.
Yep.
I saw them during that in tournament deal. When they went back, it was like they were getting pumped for a 13-2 run, and then they went on a 15-0 run, and then they got pumped for another 16-point run, and you're like, wow, you gotta. I say this as a defensive-minded player when I played in high school, middle school, and then I had coaches that would say this. If you know that they're kind of got to run on momentum, you got to try and create momentum, but you got to be sound and you got to be aggressive but sound. You can't get you can't go like fouling like crazy, but you can do a certain way, and then you can create the energy in your team and rally them by a single play, like a certain rebound. You wrestle for a rebound, and you can create a 6-0 run like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah, very good point. Like even I'll bring up an example too for the Lakers too, and I keep bringing this up because this is amazing. JJ Redick, he called his team out. He called his team out, and this guy is just. And of course, they can't name specific players. Obviously, that's their investment. They don't want to get him angry, but he called them out, and as they should. And they, regardless if they're playing, just poorly. Obviously poorly, but like even if they're playing good and then they slack off, you need to get them back on track. Yeah, defensive minded. You gotta put like that leadership into that to that game, into your team, and that's what a coach should be.
You remember Phil Jackson, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and Pat Riley, both of them did the same way.
Yep.
They coached tough, but when you would see this, like when the Lakers would be flat during the Kobe years, you would see the coach talking to Kobe and Shaq during a timeout, and then all of a sudden the team's playing. But what that coach was doing, pulled them off on the side, not calling them out in public in front of everybody in the whole Staples Center, but you would see the camera thing, and what he's saying, hey guys, we got to shape up, and I'm counting on you two big guys, and then boom. The whole team. But yeah, it's the same way nowadays.
Yeah, and speaking of Phil Jackson, he was a disaster when he came to the Knicks.
Yeah,
hired Derek Fisher, that was a horrible thing, and everybody was talking about this triangle offense that didn't work out, and that was a disaster. But I mean, obviously, I respect Phil Jackson, what he did with the Lakers and the Bulls. Obviously, he did a great job with the Bulls and Lakers, taking them to championships. And my friend Assad brought up a funny comment here. You think we see more trade action on the NBA trade line February 5th than the Yankees making moves on this?
Hey, you know what? The Yankees deserve that.
Yeah.
The Yankees deserve that. You gonna offer $30 million on a player?
Yeah, we could definitely
not do anything.
We could definitely see that happening. Imagine if that happens. That's
yeah.
But I want to get to this one player, CHEFNIK, that you brought up earlier. Are you surprised that the Knicks waived Tosan?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think there was any room for him. However, I think he would have been a great replacement for Yabusele. And again, Knicks, signed him, so they don't want to just, eat the money. I think they want to trade him, for somebody. I think that's going to happen. So Assad, to answer your question, I think the only person they would trade is Yabusele, for like a draft pick or something, or that's the way they'll eat their money, eat the contract up. But yeah, I think Tosan could have. I don't know if he was like low on the depth chart, but especially with doing well actually in the G League, they have a tight group in the G League, but I just think he was so low on the poll that they wouldn't have brought him up. I don't know. It's just not even a chance. It was only definitely I just saw him as, and I don't want to. I think he's a great player. He adds value to the team. But I think he was just there for just in case it was injury. A lot of injuries, so I think that would have been it. But I hope he does well somewhere else. So I hope someone picks him up. But good player. I think he's a good player.
Yeah. And I want to talk about Mike Brown real quick. And obviously, you guys are talking about him. And when it comes to calling out the players, he does it in a different way, in his own style, where the players relate to it better. And when Tom Thibodeau called out the players too, but he did it in a crazier way. But Mike Brown does it in a natural way, and I feel like this team is relating it better to him, and obviously listening to him. So Mike Brown is, like I said, he's changing this Knicks culture in a heartbeat, and I love the coaching staff he put together, and keeping Rick Brunson was key. I love Rick Brunson, Jalen Brunson's father, obviously. And he's been a big part for the Knicks for a while. So, Mike Brown is a obviously underrated coach, and he's a winner.
Yeah,
from the Craig Popovich tree. So, guys, Knicks fans, even though they've been scuffling a little bit, they'll be fine. Like CHEFNIK said, he hit it right in the head. If they are in a 10-game losing streak, then that's when we can start having concerns. But right now, they're sitting in second place. They're right there. For the 4 games behind the Pistons. They just have to keep playing their game. And starting tonight against the Phoenix Suns, a tough team, especially, and they're playing in Phoenix. So it's going to be a tough game. So let's see. This is a good test for the Knicks to see what it can do against a quality Western Conference team in the Phoenix Suns. And obviously, the obviously Phoenix Suns are playing great basketball. We mentioned it earlier. So let's see. Can the Knicks the biggest key for the Knicks tonight? I'm going to say this right now. Can they capitalize on the fast break points?
Yes.
And then the turnovers. If they force Phoenix Suns into a turnover, can they turn that into a point or a basket? Yeah. You got to outscore the Phoenix Suns. They're going to score the ball. And they're fast. They play with fast. The Phoenix Suns, no matter what coach, they're always known for fast pace.
Oh, yeah.
And
even when they had big old Barkley, Charles Barkley, the team played fast, and he was just the anchor. But but nowadays, and I'm gonna add this point for the Knicks: you create turnovers, but you make sure you handle the ball more carefully. You don't want to lose the ball more than you force the turnover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to get to a few more games that are coming up soon here. Right now the Grizzlies are beating the Thunder 46-28 in the second quarter.
Wow.
Okay.
That's surprising. The Nets are losing 63-47 against the Clippers at halftime.
Ouch.
Sixers up by 3, 75-72. Pelicans are beating the Wizards 87-70 in the third quarter. Celtics are up by 15 against the Raptors, 95-80. And then the games are coming up is Hawks Nuggets at 9:00. Knicks Suns, we just talked about that, 9:00. Rockets Trailblazers, 10:00. Kings Warriors, 10:00. And then 10:30, if you guys are up for it, prime time, the Bucks and the Lakers at 10:30. So
should be a good game.
Giannis against LeBron and Luka Doncic. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. But one thing I know with this second half of basketball, NBA, is gonna be wild and crazy. And then I'm gonna say this: If you guys didn't check out the interview with Ion Eagle, there was a lot about the basketball from the
Love it.
point of view of a play-by-play announcer who's a legend at his craft. No matter what sport he's calling, he's a legend in his craft. And it was a great interview, but he had great points,
Yeah,
solid points.
you guys killed it with him today. You guys
Very
did a
good.
great job. Yeah.
Very
And
good interview.
he was insightful for you guys. He
Yeah.
was funny
Mhm.
also.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you guys a lot. And obviously, Chef Nick with that amazing question today. And then also you guys, even Sean, Joe, Evan, and Jason, man, you guys killed it. And next Thursday, my team and I are bringing his son on here. So Noah Eagle will be joining this show at
That's
10 a.m.
awesome.
Eastern. So father-son duo.
All right.
So,
And then now I'm gonna segue. I was using that to segue. Speaking of legends, we're gonna go into. I know there's a lot of basketball legends, but we're gonna give a list of five, our top five team. So top five players on each of our lists. I know there's a whole bunch of them, and there might be some people you might think are snub. But in the chat, if you guys can give us your top fives,
let's go.
and we'll share it on there as well.
Yeah,
And we'll
guys,
talk about it.
chat, whoever's in here, please put your top five players on the chat. We'll go from there. But we'll do ours first, and whoever wants to go first, Chef Nick, Sean, you guys.
Well, I have players from the decades, like from the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, because I really like it just to put like the what's it called, the top five players of all time. There's a lot that's going to be left out. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I just did. I grouped them up between like the different decades. So
Okay, go ahead.
you want? So I'll start from the 90s. I wanted to start from there, and eventually, we'll get back to the old school 70s. But no, from the 90s, Michael Jordan, Akeem Olajuwon, Karl Malone, David Robinson, and Shaquille O'Neal. 2000s, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Dwayne Wade, Allen Iverson, and LeBron James. I got to put him in. 2010s, Kevin Durant, Seth Curry, Nowitzki, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. And that was 2010s till now. So that's my list. I also made a list about who were like the tough, rough players.
Yeah.
Top five: Bill Laimbeer, Dennis Rodman, Charles Barkley, Larry Bird, and Isaiah Thomas. That's my list.
Let's go. I love it. I love that list.
Oh yeah. I mean,
next.
Yeah, I mean, I had a top five of all time. I mean, a Mount Rushmore, but like Chef Nick, I was considering like breaking it up in eras and decades. So my top five players of all time: Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Shaq, and Bill Russell.
Wow.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
That,
I just had to throw in Bill Russell, 11 championships, and he played a long time, but he played in an era when, a long time ago. But he's still great. But if I was to go like 90s, 80s and 90s, it would be Jordan, Stockton, Pippen. It would go, and then I would have Alonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal. And then in the 2000s, it's the Kobe's. It's the Kobe, LeBron, Karl Malone. Well, I know he played in the 90s too, but I would add him in there in the early 2000s. And then I would put, Shaq on that team as well, but also the big dude, Dwight Howard.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. I like the list.
And then, the 70s, 80s would be, the Bill Russell, the Magic Johnson, the Larry Bird, Dr. J, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So for me, my top five players of all time in generation, I'm gonna go way back. I'm gonna number 5. I'm gonna go Hakeem Olajuwon.
Nice.
Number 4, Oscar Robertson. Number 3, I'm going to go. This is a tough guy. I was trying to flip it, but number 3, I'm going to go Larry Bird, and then number 2, I'm going to go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then my number 1 is Will Chamberlain.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Will Chamberlain, obviously the 100-point scorer, but not only that, this guy, I obviously I didn't grow. I was not even born yet when he played, but I was watching. I watched highlights of him. People told me about him, and players that I know in the league told me about him. And Will Chamberlain, they kept saying, "What a great athlete he was! He was a great player. He changed the game of the NBA with the scoring, obviously, and that's why he's on my number 1 on my list, because I think everybody doesn't really. I mean, obviously." Like Kobe, the last player, I think the second player to score, it was Kobe, obviously 81 points. So Kobe is that last player to do almost to reach that milestone. I don't think we're going to see that anymore, because obviously the NBA has changed a lot. But that's why I have Will Chamberlain number 1, because what a great player.
I mean, you look at it too. The closest to that 100-score game was 81 by Kobe.
Yeah. So now, for me, when it comes to the 90s, I'm going to go number 5. I'm going to go Scottie Pippen. Number 4, I'm going to go Shaquille O'Neal. Number 3, I'm going to go Charles Barkley. Number 2, I'm going to go Karl Malone. And number 1, obviously, Michael Jordan. The reason why I put Charles Barkley number 3 is because he didn't win a championship, but he still had a great career. It was obviously he was dominated on the court. He can obviously rebound, score the ball, and he was a force of nature. And he's like that. He was a bully on the court. Speaking of Charles Barkley, we did an event with him last year at Rowan University. He's a great guy.
Nice.
But the reason why I put him 3 is just because he didn't really obviously didn't win a championship, but I feel like with his career, that's why I put him 3. And Michael Jordan, and I have Karl Malone number 2. He was that good in my opinion. I don't know. It was tough for me not to leave out Isaiah Thomas, because that's my guy right there. He was on my show. He was on my show 4 or 5 years ago. He was on my show. And I had the great relationship with his daughter. And I was going to put him on the list, but like CHEFNICK says, too many legends out there.
I know.
I left Dennis Rodman out there too, which is crazy. But
and then Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing also. Speaking of Patrick Ewing, he will be at Fanatics Fest this year.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it's almost like you would have to have, like, for each decade or era, you'd have like a whole roster of team, like a dream team for each era.
Exactly. Yeah, it's too many. I loved Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler, I loved.
Yeah.
Especially when Barkley and Drexler were on the Rockets together. That was a unbelievable. I mean, it was pretty much towards the end, not really towards, but towards pushing towards the end of their career, but or just their basketball days. But still, it's just they were a big force. It's like the superpowers. You know what I mean? It's there's a lot of players that are just amazing.
Read
what Victor.
Yeah,
Victor, what's up, bud?
What's up, Victor?
Good to see you, brother.
Welcome back. Yeah. Oh, Victor has a list. Okay, ready for this?
Yes.
Oscar Robertson, Pistol
Pete.
Married. The late Jerry West. Yep.
Yep.
Bill Russell. Yeah. Clyde Frazier. Yes.
Yep.
Bench, Bird, Kareem, Dr. J. Okay.
Okay, I like that. That's old school right there. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And then we also forgot another Bill too. Bill Walton.
Yeah,
Bill Walton. There you go.
Yeah. Wow, man, I'm missing all these legends. That's crazy.
But Joe was teasing us.
We did an event with Clyde Frazier also before. He's another great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was another guy. But the reason I mentioned Mourning as one of my 90s is that guy was so dominant on defense, and then even when he came back from that liver disease that took him out for a couple seasons.
Yeah,
he still dominated on both ends of the court.
Real quick. I want to do my 2010 list here.
Yeah.
Number 5, I'm going to go Dwight Howard. Number 4, I'm going to go Carmelo Anthony. Number
Okay.
3, Chris Paul. Number 2, this was a tough one. Number 2, I left. This is the problem when you have to do a top 5 list. But I left Dwayne Wade out. But number 2, I'm going to put Dirk Nowitzki. I put Dirk Nowitzki, and then number 1, I put LeBron James.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know, and you know what? And I know I was rough on him last night about LeBron, that he
That's
should
okay.
retire. I mean, I still think he should retire, but I'm glad he's playing at a high level still.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm saying it more of I want to see the guy get in the Hall of Fame. You know, but
Yeah.
you know if he can still compete, I mean, and they can build a competitive team with him that's going to help him. You know, all for it. Get as many rings as you can. But yeah, I mean, Dwayne Wade. Oh, that man was awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw him when he broke into the league. That was like phenomenal. He just, as a point guard, it just,
Yeah,
you know,
Wade County, baby. Wade County, 305.
yeah,
Speaking of Dwayne Wade, I'll tell you a great story. 5 years ago, I interviewed his father on my show.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, and he told me a lot about him, and now I still have a great relationship with the father, and what do you call? I can try and get him on here, but that was a special interview, and now we're connected, and yeah, that was amazing.
yeah. And then I also noticed we left out Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
I can't believe Allen Iverson is my
Oh
guy.
no, I had it on my 2000 list.
Oh, you did?
Oh, you did?
I had
Okay.
Kobe, Tim Duncan, Dwayne Wade, Allen Iverson, and LeBron James. Yeah.
Okay.
Allen Iverson. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. No, I mean, because that dude.
The answer, Allen Iverson. Let's go.
Who would you? I mean, because he also had a small guy in the 70s and 80s named Spud Webb
Yeah.
Mhm.
with the Hawks. And then you got Allen Iverson in the 90s and 2000s. Oh, man.
Muggsy Bogues, man. That was
Yeah.
that was Alonzo Mourning's pet
My
on
guy
the
right there. Muggsy
Hornets.
Bogues.
Yep. Yeah, no, he was awesome, too. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's fast.
yeah, fast.
Michael
But Spud
Jordan.
Webb, when you saw him dunk,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mhm.
Michael Jordan has a list here on the chat. He said Bill Russell center, Larry Bird forward, Dr. J forward, Michael Jordan guard, and Rick Barry. I forgot about Rick Barry.
yeah,
I like that.
I know.
I like that, Michael. Very
I
nice.
like that. And, you know, I noticed, though, Bill Russell getting a lot of respect, and I'm glad he did. Because, I mean, you can't argue with 11 rings. And you can't argue about how much he was dominant on the court,
Yeah.
offensive, defense. But, you know, like him and Wilt Chamberlain and Walt Clyde Frazier, those guys played in an era where the TV wasn't as prominent.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So you don't always get to see clips like you. The only clip that survived about Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game is him holding up that card that says 100 points.
Yeah, I know that's the only proof, right?
Yeah, that's the only proof.
I just want to bring up really quick before we end the show. So yeah, I think I was a little rough on LeBron James too. I respect him as a player. I'm not going to take anything away from his performance and his career as a basketball player. The only difference I have and I can make between Michael Jordan and LeBron James is the fact Michael Jordan always kept everything in game. If you guys ever seen the documentary on the Bulls, people are like, "Oh, Michael Jordan was too hard on Scottie Pippen and his team." Well, you know what? I would rather have a player like that focused on the team to win than a player that's focused off the field antics. That's what I would love. Michael Jordan in that respect was better than LeBron James with that, because Michael Jordan, look, his father passed away. He had to retire. He went into baseball. He came back. Like a lot of things went on, but he still had a level head to lead the Bulls again. So that's the difference between that, and that's the only one. You can't compare abilities, but you can compare pretty much personality wise. So
right. Well, and then even you even forget Jordan came back a third time after retirement, after his second retirement.
That's true. Yeah.
As partial owner of the Wizards.
Wizards. Yes, and
He came back for part of the season and he played.
Do you remember he was a mentor to Kwame Brown? Do you remember Kwame
Yep.
Brown?
Yep, I remember Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown, you mean?
Kwame Brown, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
center.
Kwame Brown.
He was a bust.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bust.
Yeah.
But I mean, what you saw that really blew my mind was Jordan wasn't just trying to play and compete. He was actually trying to mentor the whole team and get them to be better.
Yeah. Here's another question. We'll bring on one more. Assad, my friend Assad says, would you add Jason Kidd to the top list of the 2000s? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I would also consider 2000s was when he was really in his prime, but in the 90s he was kind of coming out. And before Steph Curry, Jason Kidd was one of the best shooters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But would you take him out for John Stockton, or would you take him out for any of the guys on the 2000s list?
That's true.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, Jason Kidd, obviously, heck of a career and a Hall of Fame career, and now a good coach now in the NBA. But that's an interesting debate. I mean, I got to look up to see who we can take out from the list.
Yeah.
But let's guys. If there's no more NBA questions, let's switch gears to Yankees talk. Thank you guys for joining in for the NBA stream. As always, this was awesome. Stay tuned for more of this. But great topics tonight for the NBA show, and we talked about a lot. The trade with Trae Young, and obviously the season so far, the update of the season, and obviously the list of the top players in the league over the years. So kudos to you guys, and let's switch gears to some Yankee baseball and other baseball rumors out there. I do have some breaking news. Tanner Stanek, the reliever, whatever, Tanner is his name, or Stanek, he just signed with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he's going to St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's Rays reliever. He is headed to the St. Louis Cardinals.
And the Yankees signed Caleb Ort from the Houston Astros.
Caleb Ort, yeah.
Caleb, right?
But yeah, they claimed him off waivers. So because that was the guy that the Astros designated him for assignment or put him on waivers to make room for Tatsui Omai, and the Yankees claimed him off waivers. Now he's got a cutter, and even though he was a 5 ERA guy for a bullpen guy, he's got a cutter, sweeper, and some other arsenal of pitchers. But he's a guy that Matt Blake can work. I mean, look at what he did with Mr. Weaver. Look what he did with Mr. Holmes.
Yeah.
But even Mark Leiter got a little help from, Matt Blake. And you see all the different players that he's turned them around and made them look very, very intriguing. Like a nice plate of Salisbury steak.
Yeah, what I had today. I took it like Chef Nick said, taking it back to the old days.
That's right.
Oh yes.
The 1950 microwave dinners. I love it.
Okay.
No, I don't mind. Look, it's not. It's obviously not a high leverage signing, but I don't mind that signing. I trust Matt Blake; he can fix his control issues. But I think he can be a secret weapon if they treat him right. Like if if he's not injured. So I have no problem with that. So look, they're just doing everything backwards right now. But So you want to read Michael's comment? That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I should wait until 9 to say this, but when you see pigs fly, that is when the Yankees will make a big move.
Oh,
and Michael, I mean, that's kind of how it's looking. I mean, speaking of big moves, they had a big old offer on the table that they leaked, that they offered north of 30 million AAV to Cody Bellinger for 5 or 6 years. And Boris and Bellinger are still silent, saying it's far away. They're still pushing that 7-year deal. Now, I'm asking y'all, maybe Chef Nick, I know your answer would probably be to walk away.
Yep.
But what would you guys think? Should we just pivot straightway, check in with Tucker, and go?
Maybe we should check in and show our interest and then move back.
Okay.
And because like all these reporters be saying, Yankees checked in, Yankees are making a push. They're in the final stages of making a deal.
Right.
They signed with another team, but no. But all seriousness, though, I think they should definitely stay interested in Kyle Tucker, be engaged with him, just in case if the market drops. Like we remember in the last stream we were talking about short-term deals, possibly like 3-year deal with opt-outs every year, but with the high AAV, that could become possible depending how long the market goes for Kyle Tucker. So if I were the Yankees, stay engaged in everyone, pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially Bo Bichette. I think we're getting closer to see where he goes. I don't know, but
which of those big three you think will sign first?
Cash. Ooh, that's a good question.
What are you talking about of Tucker, Belly, and Bichette?
Yeah.
I at this point, the Yankees are just waiting for Bellinger. I don't even think they're going to jump on Bichette. I think that's just a ploy to get Bellinger to sign.
But
no, I was going to say that's their sweetheart, man. They want Belly bad. They want him bad.
Here's my thing. If he's not taking a 30 million AAV or 35 million AAV for 5 years, it's only a few million short of what Judge is making per year. Then you really don't want to be a Yankee, and better luck somewhere else. But Michael's got another point.
Yeah, Cashman. He said Cashman has finally figured. I think the Dollar Tree has nothing left. So now he's checking out the Goodwill store, or fits the description perfectly. He certainly has been around the block. Yep. Speaking of artwork, I've seen some of the highlights. He does have some good stuff. Like Sean says, maybe Matt Blake can tweak some stuff, or and also you said Andy Pettit can help out with that.
Yeah, because Andy Pettit is a shadow pitching instructor and a organization, a special advisor.
Yeah.
His key pitch was the cutter. So, there you go.
The one thing I like though is, and Joe brought this up also. Shout out to Joe for bringing this up. Every time he strikes out people, he shows emotion. If he wants to be there, he wants to compete. So he's a competitor, which I like. And coming from Houston Astros, from a team where he learn to win.
Yeah.
And pitching in big moments. So I think he has that mentality to come over here and see. You never know. He can surprise everyone here in spring training. So, I mean, Cashman has been – the one thing I give him credit is Cashman always finds a way to find these hidden gem bullpen guys. So let's see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, that's his specialty, like some chefs have. They have certain areas that they're special in. Yes, that's his specialty. Relief pitching.
My specialty is TV dinners. No.
You're absolutely right, guys. That's Cashman's specialty. That's what he specializes in, is because I don't think everyone trusts Matt Blake. Everyone trusts him. I trust him. I don't have a problem with that. I think it would be great if we had a better hitting coach who I can trust. It's just all these signings. It's like, all right, if you're getting a defensive first person to try out, with a special invite to spring training, that's great. But I don't trust Rawson. I never did. I just never did. And the reason why he's here is because of Judge. Believe it or not, Judge wanted him, so he's here. If we had a better hitting coach, just like Matt Blake, his style, I wouldn't have a problem with what they're doing right now. Believe it or not. Obviously, you need better players. But right now, especially with the there's still holes in the rotation and the bullpen, despite all these signings. But of course, you can't count on these people yet to lead the Yankees, obviously. But again, with the trust with Matt Blake, I know he can fix these guys as support, not to lead. And if we had a hitting coach like that, I think that would be the same scenario. So, but I don't. That's why I yesterday when it was yesterday, right? Yeah, when Ken was on, I asked him specifically about Nick Torres. Is it different? Is there a difference when Torres did great in the Mexican League? And is it going to be hard to adjust? I'm paraphrasing, but is it hard going to be to adjust in the MLB? Ken made a lot of great points to that respect. So with me too, I was a little too hard on Nick Torres, and eventually, like I need to, I call myself out too. I need to just relax and see where the signings take us. But yes, you can call it general store, goodwill signings, dumpster diving. But at the end of the day, it's like they could be a surprise as well, but not enough. That's not enough to lead the team. I'm just saying in general, like a surprise story, like an Ian Hamilton type of person. That's what I'm talking about. So
Yeah, no, I understand that too, and I was hearing that, and Nick, what Ken was saying from Yankees The Ugly Truth,
yeah,
about Nick Torres, even on his short, it makes sense because then it also reminded me Alejandro Kirk started in the Mexican League.
Good point. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he'd be killing it. We make fun of him because of his size, but he'd be killing it in in the league, and not just against the Yankees. He'd be killing it against a lot of people. And there's others, and yeah, the Mexican League. They're a very competitive league, and when they played against our guys, they've wiped the floor with them. What's that?
Katie's in here. Hi, Katie.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Katie.
Hi, Katie. Yeah, and then I know Michael had a good saying, but why did the Yankees fans bring a ladder to the game? Because they heard the ticket prices were through the roof. No, that's funny. That's a nice one there, T Road.
Yeah.
Guys,
So
I'm sorry. Can you just give me 1 second? I gotta just make a phone call. Really, 1 second.
that's
Yeah, no worries.
So Michael says, I think Matt Blake magic is pretty much over. No. I wouldn't say that, Mike. I think Matt Blake, he can still fix pitchers up and fix the tendencies and add to the arsenal that they already have, and
Yeah,
and then you can add Andy Pettit, like Sean said, like for example with to put the cutter in there. And you guys, Matt Blake can have Andy Pettit help with the other pitchers also, the other young pitchers.
right. And the issue with Bird was he was overused in Colorado, and there's an adjustment period from like pitching in altitude when he stepped on break and pitching near sea level. So the Yankees did smart in moving him down to the minors and letting him work on stuff. And now that he's kind of revamped his arsenal, he's gonna do much better this coming season. And then with Duvall, they're working on that control. If he can get that control down, he's gonna be a flamethrower out of that bullpen.
Yeah. Yeah. Duvall, speaking of Duvall, obviously he struggled when we got him at the trade deadline and Jake Bird and all. Obviously Ben Hart showed what he can do. He's built for New York. For when it comes to Jake Bird and Duvall, I'm kind of excited because now we're going to see him for the full year with the Yankees and to see what they can do potentially at spring training. Hopefully they can fix their arsenal. Because I love Duvall stuff. When he's on, he can be nasty.
Mm-hmm.
He did show that for a little time. And
Yeah,
the problem with Jake Bird was Colorado overused him, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only reliable reliever in that bullpen, and the Yankees thought that it could translate to New York, but it did not, unfortunately. So he spent time most of the season in the minors in AAA. But I'm really intrigued to see what they have worked on this all season. Both of them coming into spring training, and hopefully they can prove people wrong because I want to see them succeed. And if they do, oh my God, that is a big plus. 2 bullpen arms you already have that can be added to the bullpen, which means can lessen your pressure of adding another bullpen outside of the organization.
Mhm. And then you got guys like Lagrange,
Yeah,
who can either be a bullpen piece or he can be a starter. And he may be a year or two away from the majors, but he's an option. You also got ERC, depending on what they're gonna do. So and then also the nice thing is that with the Yankees signing Yarbrough and Blackburn, is those are swing guys that can help stabilize the rotation,
Yep.
but also they can go long when the starters don't have it. So then you're not having to use every reliever multi-inning, which is a favorite tactic of Boone that drives me up the yin yang whenever Boone does it all the time, because they were like, yeah, Weaver can do 2 innings. Oh, Holmes can do 2 innings. And then it's always the second inning that burns us.
yeah, and Chef Dick, I don't know if you heard my point just now when it comes to Duvall and Jake Bird. I was saying that I'm really intrigued with both of them because I'm really curious to see what they have done this whole season to improve their pitching style, and because if somehow if somehow they can turn their fortunes, like when I told Sean just now, everybody in the chat, um, when it came to Jake Bird, I think the issue was that Colorado overused him because he was the only reliable reliever in that bullpen, and the Yankees stopped bringing him in. Could relate to he could keep the momentum going in New York, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So he spent the most of the season in the minors. But I'm really intrigued with both of them this spring training. If they have a big spring training, if they show they can prove people wrong, man, what a luxury for the Yankees to add those two back to the bullpen. What you already have, so it does lessen the pressure for them, and they don't really have to go out to get another reliever in the market.
Right.
Or,
I would love that.
In the trade, maybe you get him in the trade, but still, if those two can step up, I think it's going to be a big plus for us going forward.
I definitely would love for them. I'm rooting for them. I'm not gonna say what's it called? Get rid of them. No, I love Duvall's stuff. When he's on, he's on. Jake Bird, yes, I agree. They overused him. I think he could be a big factor. I think he could be a secret weapon if handled correctly. Duvall, you know what? I'm glad that they did sign him. What's it called? Avoiding arbitration, because I would give him another chance. I would. I want to see what he has with a full season. What he has to offer. I think he also can be a secret weapon in the bullpen. So yeah, absolutely, you're right, NITHIN. Yeah, these two, I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested to see what they can bring to the table. So
yeah, I'm bringing up ideas where the Yankees can save money at the same time.
Yes,
if they really want to say, if they really are hung up on the money part. Yeah, they can. That's why I said I'm really intrigued from those two, and also I'm also intrigued. And Ken brought up a fantastic point. I really like this idea. I think Carlos Agrane. I know he's been working as a starter, but I think he can be a key piece in the bullpen, like a long reliever that, and he can throw hard, and that's another pitcher I'm really intrigued. We did an event with him last year at Mama D's Empanadas. He's a great kid. We also had Isaiah Pacheco there with him.
It's the angry runner.
Sorry, not the Chiefs running back. The what's his name? Pacheco, the pitcher from Somerset.
Yes,
yeah, he was there with us during the event. Yeah, so the reason why I brought him, those are these pitchers. That's why I think that this spring training is the most intriguing spring training, in my opinion, for the Yankees. And they can solve everything. If they really are hung up on the money, or if they don't want to give up anything, this is their time, man. This is their time to see what they have and add to the bullpen from within. And because, like I said, they have talent. They just have to show it. But I'm really rooting for Duvall and Jake Bird, because Duvall did show for a little bit he had some nasty stuff when
Yes.
he's on. So
Absolutely. I loved it.
So sorry, I was just reading Katie's point or Katie's
why
question.
the Yankees? Oh, she said why is the Yankees? Oh, why
Why?
is it so long for the Yankees? Did you? So Katie, so yesterday, obviously, I guess now we know what's going with their money thing now. So because they were going through all the arbitration deals with the players, so now since that's over, now they can just focus on whatever they want to do, trades or free agency. So now we know where they're sitting money wise. Actually, we don't know the exact money, obviously, but we do know now that now we know that more. Now we know what more clear they were waiting for these arbitration deals to get done, which is smart because they didn't really have a set thing because of all these arbitration deals, but now they do have a set thing. So yeah, Katie, I think they're gonna make some action. There's gonna be some action here soon with the Yankees.
Yeah, and I see them adding two bats, and probably a arm. Probably most likely they'll trade for a starter.
Yeah, most likely.
And maybe a bullpen guy if they end up doing that Peralta McGill thing. But if they add Contreras in that deal, I'd be awesome. I'd be over the moon. But I think, I mean, as much as it's gonna hurt with Bellinger, because like Nick's been saying all over, I'm also over it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, clearly doesn't want to be a Yankee bad enough. Because if a team is offering me $30 million a year for 5 years, I'd be taking that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And speaking of, so Fernando Cruz, he gave Fernando Cruz should be good for interviews now. So his manager is going to send me some days and times for him to come on here. So stay tuned. We're working on something and we're trying to bring him on here for you guys. So stay tuned.
All right, that'd be awesome. I love that. I'm also looking forward to that Noah Eagle.
Yeah. So yeah, Noah is another great friend of ours. We love working with him, and
yeah,
he enjoyed he was watching. I sent him the link, so he watched his father on for you with you guys today. So he loved it. So
yeah. No, it was. Oh man, the flow, it was awesome.
you guys, everything you guys rocked it. The flow was good. Everything.
Yeah. It was one of the best interviews I believe. You know, not taking away from any other guests, but I think this is one of the most well informed. Like I learned a lot from this guy. Like it's amazing. Very, very, very informative.
Right.
I just want to bring up this Bellinger and Tucker and Bichette talk. It is getting boring. It's like it's just the same repetitive nature news that you hear always.
Mm-hmm.
Why I brought up when I brought this up yesterday too, and I believe Ken asked me, "Oh, well, who would you want up? Would you want Spencer Jones up?" And I said, "Absolutely, yes. Just a different direction, a different like breath of fresh air. Look, Jones, I'm fine. I'm great with TJ Rumfield. I'm just even Dominguez too. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't know if he's trade bait, if they're just dangling him for trade bait. But I want to go to it, like pivot, pivot to another direction. Like, why are you just holding your breath for Bellinger? And then it's like, okay, then we have Tucker and Bichette. But then now it's like the reason why you're talking to Bichette is to have Bellinger, come to you now. It just doesn't make sense. Like, well, what are you doing? It's not even tactical. It's like, what are you doing? It's like playing hide and seek, and you're like hiding like in front of like a translucent fence or something like that. It's like we can see you. It's like we know what you're doing. I just think like they need and I brought this reference up with Super Mario. It's like Super Mario. You beat the first level, you beat the second level, and what's the repetitive thing after each level? Sorry, the princess is in another castle. So it's always like it's just stale and it's getting boring. It's like every day, oh, are we close to Bellinger? Every day, how far are we with Bellinger? Like it's like enough, but it's not our fault. Obviously, I'm not blaming anybody. It's just the way the beat writers, they have nothing to do. They have nothing better to do just to make up these stories.
Yeah.
But even with the Yankees too, look, it's up to Bellinger to and his dad agent, like they call Boris, to sign with the Yankees. I mean, Yankees could do all they can, but if I was the Yankees, I would pivot, But they're not going to do that. They're not even going to. They love him. They won't.
And they're not going to do the Bellinger camp won 7 years. I don't think the Yankees will do 7 years.
No.
I think that's too much. And plus $36 million per year. I mean, $36 million is too much. Also, money.
Mm-hmm. I would have been fine with $28 million. I would have told them, hey, $28 million. Maybe we'll add some incentives, but.
So Michael is asking, does anyone know the Yankees payroll? It is sitting at 292 currently after all the arbitration deals. Now it's at 292.
292.
So we're gonna definitely go over the Steve Cohen threshold for sure.
I think the Yankees' hard stop will be at $312 million.
312. Okay.
312. I think that's the hard stop.
You guys have a couple pieces of news for us.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sunday Night Baseball on NBC will feature the Yankees with 3 games this year. 6:28 against the Red Sox, 7:19 against the Dodgers,
let's go.
7:26 against the Philadelphia Phillies.
Wow.
And you said NBC?
What?
You said NBC?
Yes.
Okay.
NBC.
And the other bit of news that I have for everyone is, according to insider Dick Johnson, the Giants are going to get their wish. They're going to get the coach that they really want for $18 to $20 million a year.
Is it for John Harbaugh?
Yep.
John Harbaugh?
Yep.
John Harbaugh?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's breaking news.
Okay.
From
you know what?
Dick Johnson
on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what's on there, guys.
They're meeting here. They're meeting with John Harbaugh next week. So
yeah, he's right now completing his meeting with HC, and then after that, he told John Mara that he's going to be the head coach.
Wow.
Okay.
This is according to Dick Johnson.
What's his Twitter account?
What was that?
What is his Twitter account, Dick Johnson?
I'm not sure. I just saw it in all the big comments.
Speaking of John Mara, please pray for John Mara and his family. He's going through a lot right now. John Mara has cancer, so please pray for him and for his family. So
all right.
Yeah.
And then there was a job and yes, we'll definitely pray for him. Job of the Mouth, they had an interesting video or short clip I saw. What Jabba was saying that he thinks they get if the Yankees could get 2 out of the big 3 free agents of Bellinger, Bichette, and Tucker. Which of those would you rather have?
For me, I would say Bo Bichette and Tucker.
Okay. That's pretty good. I mean,
these are like all my ex-girlfriends. I don't know who's the worst. Who's the less worst?
Bellinger's the worst ex-girlfriend right now.
Oh man,
I know, right? No, that's the needy ex-girlfriend. That always kind of hits you up for money. She wants
the money, and she wants
the Brahmins and the coaches.
Yeah,
the Brahmins and the coaches.
She wants you to cook for her. No.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is like dirty laundry. I don't know. I just I that's the thing. You're gonna pay a high price with all of them. It's like pick your poison. I don't know. I mean,
but I mean the Tucker market is so quiet though.
I know. I mean, like everyone's gonna be like they're all gonna be expensive. That's like it's pretty much like an expensive dinner in New York City. That's the amount of money you're gonna pay. I don't know.
Aren't they all expensive?
Yeah, and they're all inexpensive. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, it's like I would like Bellinger. I think he's a great fit on the Yankees. And I'm putting aside all rumors and just how
Mhm.
far we are. I would rather want Bellinger. I think Bichette is also a great fit. I don't want Tucker. I mean, I've been thinking about this. It's like I'd rather either have Bellinger or Bichette. Tucker, I don't know. It's not. I'm not going to even say. Oh my, he might get injured. Anyone that the Yankees can get injured. Look at Jacoby Ellsbury. When they signed him, I thought he
Mhm.
would do great things. But instead, he was he had a easy money. No, but I think that's the Yankees too are concerned with that as well, giving people a long-term deal in regards to that. But I don't. It's just there's so many. It's like you can't really. For me, it's like I can't just specifically say one person. It's always like I like Bellinger, but wait, Bichette. I also like Tucker. Again, I wouldn't rather have him, but there's some things about him that I like. So it's not an easy answer. It really isn't. It's not.
Yeah,
Oh man.
it's like it's is you know what this reminds me of is Bachelor show
Yeah, the Bachelors, and now they got the Golden Bachelor.
or Russian roulette.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
What's up, Jacob?
Jacob, my guy.
Yeah, T Road.
to pivot, there was also news that Max Kepler
Yep.
is not a Yankee. I forget the team he's on, but he got an 80-game suspension for popping hot, failing a drug test.
EDs. Yep.
Yeah. But it just shows you though that some of these guys they take that Russian roulette. They think, oh, I'll take this thing. It's not like they're gonna really test me, and then they get tested, and then they fail it, and then you know, they make themselves look really bad.
Yeah, I know, and I mean, I don't know. There's so many holes right now. It's like no one really. I don't know. It's really again like when I say about the depth signings. Yeah, that it's like we talked about Caleb Ort. Even Cade Windcrest. I do in a way like these signings, but a supporting cast, not a leading cast. Like more on the pitching side. Again with Matt Blake. On the just the offensive side, I just don't like it in general. Again, if it was a different hitting coach, I would like it only supporting. That's it. But since we have the hitting coach that I don't want to say personally, but I don't like his ways. I just think right now we still have I think offensively, it's just a huge gap. You with the pitching too, you do have holes, but not as bad as the offensive side. But it's something that it's dangerous. It's dangerous to wait this long. That's the thing. And I'm not going to be like, the Yankees need to rush moves, but they need to make moves, and it's like it might be too late too. It's like, yeah, sure, anyone can sign before spring training, but wouldn't you want to make a trade? That's the right one. Like just at this point, it's better to do it now so they adjust to the new team. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It's just, but I know it's not that easy. It's not that easy. I get it. I'm just speaking freely here, but like even.
Oh.
It's
like a waiting game. It's worse than the
Your
doctor's
Wi-Fi
office.
got mad.
But
Brian Cashman get mad at you. Stop your Wi-Fi. No.
You froze for a second.
Oh, did I really?
Mid thought, mid sentence, you're like the screen and your audio froze at the same time.
Oh, get out! I didn't even know that. I was still talking. I guess I was talking to myself. what did I say?
I know you were talking about the that they wait so long to make moves, and I agree with you, Chef Nick, because they end up getting themselves into a bidding war.
Mm-hmm.
And once they get themselves into a bidding war, they end up backing out because they don't like to get him. So but they cause it for themselves to get into the bidding wars. So
Yeah.
like if they want the guy they want, then go get him. Like it's ridiculous. They got Max Reed. That was their guy. They got him. They got Gary Cole. That was their guy. They got CC Sabathia. They got him. So
they traded for Bellinger real quick.
We're tired of this showing interest. We're laying in the weeds. We're lurking. Just sign the guy already.
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask this to both y'all. Are you really surprised that the whole market is frozen?
Yeah.
Like there's barely any moves other than these 5 and diners?
I mean, I am kind of surprised, but if you think about it, like Joel Sherman said, the 2021 R season took longer too with DJ and Lay signing late January, and sign all these free agents. But I am kind of surprised. I thought Kyle Tucker would have a deal done by now, and he's not even a Boris client. He's a Casey Close client, which is surprising because Casey Close never has his clients sit out that long.
No,
but I don't know. I think Bo Bichette. Let me see who's Bo Bichette's agent. Let me check this now. I don't think he's.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think he.
I'll tell you right now.
I was about to say boy, but I was like, no, I don't think so.
He's not a Boris client. I don't think he's a Boris client. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know.
He's represented by my friend Gary V. Viner Sports.
Okay. Never heard of him. Gary who?
Gary V. He's one of the biggest entrepreneurs out there right now.
Oh, okay.
He has his own agent thing called Viner Sports. So,
does he have his own podcast or does he have
a podcast?
Videos?
Yep, he does motivational stuff.
What you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, I was with them at Fanatics Fest, and then I was with him in New Orleans for Super Bowl week. He's a great guy. Look him up, Gary V. He's a big entrepreneur.
I think I know who you're talking about. Is he? Because I used to. I don't know if it's the same guy, but he's always talking about like finance, motivational with money.
Yep.
Is that him? Okay.
I got to connect with him at Fanatics Fest. He's a great guy.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Check him out.
Yeah, so he's Bo Bichette's part of that agency. Also Sauce Garner. I'm good friends with Sauce Garner's brother also, so they're part of that agency. So yeah, Bo Bichette's part of that agency.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I'm just, I guess, call me surprised, because like, I mean, the last big signing was what? I mean, the tattoo of mine wasn't really big, but I mean, the last one was like Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, no, Okamoto.
Well, Okamoto was pretty big, but yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, it was 4 years, and it was like, when I say big,
you talk about the big one, like the contract. Yeah, Schwarber.
Hey,
Schwarber got I think 5 years, 150, I think, right?
Yeah. It's 5 or 6 years. No, I think he was the 7-year deal. Schwarber.
No, Schwarber got 5 years.
Okay, Schwarber got 5 years. Yeah, somebody else got 7. Yeah, but it was 5 years, 150, and then Alonso got something, and then
Alonso was 5 years. I think it was more than Schwarber. I think 5 years, one something. I think I don't know.
I forgot that amount.
But I was just like, because I was thinking after like Schwarber got off the board, I thought it was gonna like start moving quick.
Yeah,
like the floodgates, but no, it's still trickling. I mean the jab, and then when it was going slow, I was thinking after Amai signed and Okamoto, then it was gonna start moving like hotcakes. But again, there's a clog in the bakery, I guess.
There you go. Clog in the bakery. That's a great. What an analogy right there.
I'm just like, man, if they got the bread stuck in the machine.
Oh my God, the bread machine's out of order for 10 days.
Yep. Because I mean, it's just moving that slow though. It's like, man,
it's ridiculous.
Did all the bakers go on a strike or something?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I hope they.
No,
I'm just like, I guess I'm just crazy for a move to talk about other than
Yeah.
what ifs.
yeah. You know what?
I know.
I think we're. I'm not saying this is gonna happen yet, but I think we are close to seeing where Bo Bichette will go. I think we're close.
Yeah.
I just don't know when. I think
Yeah.
at this point, I think I can see Bo Bichette signing first out of um, Bellinger and Tucker. Joe says it's like eating cream of Farina.
Farina. I like how Joe shouts out his own comment. That's great, Joe.
He's done that all night, you know.
Yeah, Farina is cream of wheat. That's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cream
Yeah, you
of
remember
Okay.
like the Farina box with the kid?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
love
remember those.
cream of wheat. I love oatmeal and cream of wheat.
Yeah.
And I love
Yeah.
I like grits.
yeah,
Yes.
grits.
Grits are the
Shrimp and
best.
grits, baby. Shrimp and grits, right, Sean?
Oh, ready?
Right. Shrimp
You know
and
what?
grits, fish
There you
and
go.
grits,
Shrimp.
chicken and grits.
Oh my god, perfect brunch meal. Ready for this? Shrimp,
Yeah.
grit, and mimosa.
Okay.
Hey, okay. All
Yeah.
right.
That's
like
a good
that.
one. But you
Yeah.
know what? I'm telling you, you got to get beans, steak tips,
Come on, Joe.
beans, steak tips, grits, eggs, sausage or bacon, and then you could throw on a pancake or waffles.
Oh, that's
You can
awesome.
have it for brunch. You can have
Oh
it
my
for
God,
midnight.
Oh, that's
Joe really booed my Joe really booed my shrimp and grits and mimosa.
Yeah. But no, I mean grits you can almost pair with almost anything, almost
Oh,
any
yeah.
meal. But
Like when I went to Atlanta, wow, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I had gator for the first time. Fried gator.
I love
oh
it.
yeah,
I had
Oh,
gator before.
loved it.
I had gator
The-
fights before.
yeah.
It's
No,
delicious. I love it. Yeah.
gator's good, but if you try to, you gotta like, you have to grill it specially.
Yeah.
You have to, you know.
Well,
So
I had
one guy that knew how to do it, it was a preacher
Oh,
I knew years ago, and he was telling me you had to like do it at a medium, and it takes longer because it's a gamier meat.
yes.
yeah.
Mhm. It's delicious though. Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah, no.
Hey guys, I have a score update from the Indiana Oregon game. Indiana is currently leading Oregon 35-7 at halftime. Yeah.
No, I was picking them to win. I just wanted them to get that first title.
Mm.
I mean, Oregon's a great school and whatnot, but you know,
Yeah. Indiana's gonna win this game for sure.
I just want to bring up too. Yeah, grits. Everyone, you have to. It's pretty much it's corn, white corn derived. So the difference between polenta and grits is the fact that polenta is the actual yellow cornmeal, while grits is the white corn. So yeah, you have to be careful with the product itself. Corn necessarily is not. It has no nutritional value.
Right.
It does pretty much no harm, no good. This is why you eat corn, it goes out the other end quickly. That's why the body doesn't have a chance to absorb it. So unless it's like let's just say, I mean, really, the only thing I would say is, believe it or not, is like the organic popcorn. Pop. You feel if it's like a lighter type of corn. They also have like the purple corn. They have like they call it like the Indian corn, which is like pretty much like the different color ones.
Yep.
Those are the most nutritious one. They're very more or less like organic, more, and like yellow corn itself is just like a byproduct because they always extract it to like different what's it called, different things, oils, even gas. It's crazy, yeah.
But I thought didn't they have is there like a wheat like a wheat grits? I thought
there's a cream of wheat. That's more or less that's like a grain. I don't know exactly what
cream of
grain. Yeah,
cream of wheat's more of a porridge.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I thought they had like a wheat, not like no for grits, wheat one, wheat.
No,
Like a whole wheat one.
Yeah, no,
I don't think so.
No, not really. Because like you're saying, grits are more like cornmeal ground up.
Yeah.
And then the only versions you got are white grits or yellow grits.
Yes.
Yellow grits, we also call them Spanish grits.
Okay. Yeah.
because they're usually by whatever Spanish name. But the only other difference you have with this flavors, you do either do a butter flavor, you can do cheese grits,
Yeah.
or then you got what's called country grits, which is you throw in bacon bits or sausage bits,
Okay.
you know. But really, I mean, it's just grit because what the thing with grits, when you cook it, you boil the water at high, but when you turn the water down to low, and with the salt and the butter, you mix it in, and then you pretty much turn the heat off, and it thickens itself in the water.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just eat that. I eat that once in a while. The grits. So I just eat that
Yeah.
once.
And then the key though is you wanna stir it till it's mostly smooth. You do not want too much lump.
Yeah. I like you know what else I like? I like quinoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good too.
quinoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of grain you can do. There's barley. There's farro. There's a lot.
Mhm.
Bulgur wheat. They have a whole wheat couscous. Yeah, there's a lot of different grains you can have.
See,
Yeah,
guys,
but the one thing about grits that is good is it's the source of fiber.
Yeah.
So guys, if
Yeah.
if anybody has any questions about the Yankees, you guys, right now we're just gonna keep repeating ourselves if right now. But I hope, but
I got a question.
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah, when is the NITHIN going to be GM of the Yankees?
Yeah, I'm doing an interview next week with the Yankees for the GM job.
All
Assistant,
right.
actually assistant. But I'm going to be assistant GM hopefully with the Yankees and eventually take over for Cashman's job. And once I am a GM of the Yankees, we're gonna change our habits. We're gonna make sure everything is much better in the analytic department. We're gonna change that first, and then we're gonna change the whole coaching staff. We're gonna get rid of Boone and hire a more winning manager. Hire a better hitting coach. Hire a better pitching coach. Oh no, sorry, keep Matt Blake. I'm gonna keep Matt Blake. I'm gonna get rid of Luis Rojas. Find another third base coach. Keep Dan Ferrarito at first base. And then remake the whole team pretty much.
You can have Ken as a bench coach.
Yeah, Ken.
Joe.
CHEFNICK as the pitching coach.
There you go.
Joe as the hitting coach. Sean as one of the security guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. I can be
George,
security.
George is gonna be our main announcer for us, play-by-play guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna tell Michael K to get lost.
Yeah.
There you go.
Even Evan and we're gonna have I'm gonna have Katie as the ball girl for us.
Wow. Look at that.
And then I'm gonna change when I get the GM job from the Yankees, I'm gonna change everything with that team.
Yeah.
And then I'm I don't know if you guys heard. Next week I'm part of the John Harbaugh interview.
Oh wow.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, let us know.
Hire me as the assistant coach for John Harbaugh.
Hey, I mean that'd be cool. I mean John Harbaugh's a great coach. The Giants, they better not let him walk out of the room.
No, that's what I said early in the group chat. This is the type of guy you keep in the room until he signs a deal, until he agrees to the contract. And I think the meeting next week for the Giants is really important. And I do hope that they prepare well and they show what the future holds for the Giants, because this is a rare to see a coach like this caliber on the free agent market when it comes to coaches. They have to play it smart. They have to have a great presentation, talk about the future and win now. Say that Jackson Dart is part of the future. I mean, they need to speak. They need to figure out. They need to talk a lot on Jackson Dart with John Harbaugh, and also talk about the other players that are on the team. Talk about the future, everything, what they're going to do in free agency. So this is a really important meeting when it comes to John Harbaugh, because this is a time. If you let him leave without a deal, I feel like they lost on him already.
Yeah. And before we shut it down real quick, guys, as you see on the screen down here on the bottom, it says members only show tonight
Tonight at 10
at 10
p.m.
p.m. with Chef Nick, the amazing Chef Nick,
Yeah.
and the legendary one, the only Sicilian Slammer,
Yeah.
aka
Brilliant slammer.
There
Joe
he is.
Manoia.
Brilliant
What's up?
slammer.
Woo!
Oh, how was
How
that?
was the? By the way, Joe, how was the ice creams today?
Awesome. Awesome. Goldstone is the best.
Blonde strawberry, and then you had the gingerbread bars, right?
Gingerbread house. Yeah, it was really good. They were giving Santa.
Whoa.
Nice. Okay.
Nothing like a gingerbread house.
Yeah, Max Power said if the Giants sign Harbaugh, they might win 8 games. Oh, God.
No, I think that if they get Harbaugh, they're going to pull off maybe 10 wins, 10, 11 wins.
Yeah, he's the type of guy who will change the culture right away.
Yeah.
And that's the type of coach they need. And if not him, then Mike McCarthy should be the next target.
Yep.
But I'm telling you right now, when they have that meeting next week with John Harbaugh, do not let him leave the room without agreeing to a deal.
Yeah, but not 18 to 20 million a year. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's a legend.
Legend or no legend, that $20 million guy who's ready for Social Security. No, thank you. I'm just kidding. But not 18 million is a little ridiculous. Just like
next week,
Cody Bellinger, 35 million.
By next week, I'll be the new Yankees assistant GM. So there you go.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Another thing added to my list. No.
Well, you guys did a great job as always.
Thank you.
Sean, thank you for stepping in for Evan.
Thank you, Sean. You did a great job. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it. You know, guys, I'm always ready.
Right. And we'll let you know, guys, what tomorrow brings. Obviously, it's the same old story. If the Yankees make a move, and one way or the other, we end up coming on. There are co-hosts that do want to do a show tomorrow. We'll keep you posted what's going on. And again, it's with the Yankees. You never know. It could happen tonight. It could happen tomorrow morning. It could happen Sunday. It could happen Monday. But we'll take it one step at a time. And anybody who is a member, has a membership to the station, come and join us live in about 8 to 10 minutes. Anybody who wants to join, it's real easy. As you're going out, you can press the membership button, and you'll do it in like 2 minutes, and you can join live tonight with us. So I want to say thank you, guys. Segue us out to pasture. Go ahead.
So guys, first of all, shout out to everyone in the chat. You guys did a great job interacting with us with the NBA show and the Yankees talk. Shout out to Chef Nick and Sean. Great job tonight, guys, always. And Joe, the mastermind of this, good job as always. Legendary Joe, the Godfather. I can name him a lot of things. He is one of the. Oh, Evan just became a new member. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations.
Evan's in the house.
Yes.
It's about time.
Let's go, Evan. Woo! Shout out to Evan.
Thank you, Evan.
He's a big part of this NYYANKEE Mania family. Shout out to Evan. We love you. I hope you're enjoying the vacation. Wow, thank you for that. That's awesome.
And don't forget his twin.
Yes, Jason.
That's right.
His partner in crime.
Yep. And by the way, speaking of that, shout out to Joe, Chef Nick, Sean, Evan, and Jason for doing a great job with their client, Iron Eagle. You guys did a fantastic job. Iron loved it. He enjoyed it. That was a great hit. That was a great show. Everything went. You guys did it with the flow was amazing. It was seemingly it was just great. And Thursday, my team and I booked his son Noah Eagle for this show, so he'll be coming on Thursday, January 15th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So tune in for that. Get your questions ready. So and also my team and I are working on more things for you guys. So stay tuned. Subscribe and like to this channel. Please keep liking and subscribing to this channel. And please subscribe to our Job at the Mound Show, NITHIN Sports Rush. And stay tuned, guys. A lot of big things happening at my new company. Right now, we're working on a few big things there. So stay tuned for that. And more things to come here. And let's go Yankees. Let's go Knicks. And keep up the great work, everyone. And we love helping you guys out.
All right. Anybody else before we go?
Let me go. I'll go.
You're all good?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll go. Really quick. Great NBA show, guys. Like next week, let's come up with and guys in the chat too. If you have any ideas that you want to come up with, any sticking points, any topics, let us know. We'll make it happen next week. Thank you, Nithin. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Sean. Good job tonight, guys. Really, really good job. A lot of informative NBA news. Great talk and conversation all around. Can't wait to do it next week. Please remember to like, smash, punch, stomp, tiptoe, dance, whatever you want to do. Do any domestic violence on the like button. It only helps us out in a healthy way. But yes, please. And also, guys, don't forget that the member show will be starting in 5 minutes. So please join us if you have 5 minutos.
Cinco minuto. Thank you, everyone. And who knows, if the Yankees do something, we will be back. Otherwise, Sunday night is our wrap-up show, and that's a legendary on this stage.
That's an epic one right there. That's the hit one right there, guys. In my opinion, the best night show right now on there in the platform.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, you're right. It is very, very good. And you fans wanted it, and you're getting it, and you're getting more and more of it. So God bless you all. God bless America. We will see you soon. Let's go Yankees. And membership people, and thank you, Evan. We'll see you in less than 4 minutes. Take care, everyone.